The guys that knows me, I've been anti-Bitcoin mining since inception because it kills the planet. That's my perspective. There's no right, there's no wrong. It's only free will, and whether if it's opinion, it doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong. Prema is not mining Bitcoin specifically for the electricity it takes from the planet. So Bitcoin mining requires expensive equipment and there we go, and high electricity cost, of course. Now, buying Bitcoin for us, we say for years and years and years, and we are Team Unity in blockchain. We say we don't buy Solana, we earn Solana. We don't buy Ton, we don't buy BNB. We earn ETH on a OP chain, etc., etc. Same principle. Buying BTCB is risky as the price, of course, is erratic. It's a bigger coin. And even if you're working with Ethereum on the OP chain, you're looking at ETFs coming in. That also creates fluctuation, but very erratic fluctuation. Okay, and that's the principle of what we can eliminate. There's nothing wrong with it, guys, but we eliminate that principle from our elevated pitch, from our Manny's word, elevated pitch, from our walk the talk. We eliminate it because we want to have the authenticness of why this particular smart contract, what makes us tick in terms of confidence. So earning Bitcoin is the smartest way to get it. We don't buy, we earn. How do we earn? Very similar to TikTok and YouTube. We build and we earn from creating a community. Facebook took a year to create its ecosystem. Ton took a year to create 1 billion users. Okay, John took in 2018, they paid everyone to adopt the token. It create an upward curve in the value of the token. So these are realities. It's not phantom realities. Another good thing in being with the smart contract, we eliminate the phantom realities. Here, what you see is what you get. No sugarcoating, no hidden agenda. The excitement in itself creates the movement, and I guess that creates income stream, and that's why we're here. So this is a groundbreaking evolution in terms of smart contract space, introducing a powerful continuous earning in your BTC wealth, BTCB wealth. And this particular matrix is designed for scalability. I can show you in real time. People want to know how did I earn 0.10 in under 2 hours. This is how we did it. We did it by the scalability of the contract. Remember, here you can't steal from somebody's pocket. It's done and designed from effort equals results. And the effort is not coming from your directs, it's also coming from your indirects, and staying close to the indirects and the generations, or them meeting up with your front lines. That creates the movement. So scalability 100%, it distributes like a machine I haven't seen. It's beautiful. The automation and long-term opportunity. Of course, automation is sustainability is great, but we need to also look at longevity. Now, longevity dies out when a specific automation has a barrier to entry. And this automation does not have that barrier because, number one, you don't need to rebuy your possession. You'll see as we go along. Number two, the deadwood that did not upgrade, I'm talking about smart contract. They buy real estate in your business and there's no movement. That piece of land, real estate in your organization creates a barrier for other people. And in this contract, that is not possible. The scalability in terms of that particular automation also referring to, I would say, the upgrade. The upgrade is part of your ecosystem. So when we say for the people, by the people, it's not just high profile vocabulary, it's an absolute reality. Now, let's look at this gear, okay? The system that works for you. If we look at a smart distribution, powered by a next generation smart contract matrix system designed for fair, transparent, and continuation. We want continuation. This is continuous reward flow. And you've also got a choice. Do you build where you continue with your cycle one? Even if you do, it's inevitable the moment you hit 3 and 4. For the guys who's already started playing around, you know what I'm talking about. The moment you hit, sorry guys, 4 and 5, you're automatically in a 2x of what you've earned on 0.001. So from the psychosomatics about this is learn it well and apply the methodology. Okay. So a people powered network, not fancy words, of course. If you're coming from smart contract, it's part of the DNA and ethos of what we do. You're not just starting alone, of course. You're entering a growing community where the collective participation drives momentum and shared opportunity. So, another thing on my SWOT analysis would be old versus new in terms of this hard code command. This is very, very true. You're entering a growing community where collective participation, da 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 da. Now, how many times you've heard that? I've seen leaders in smart contract just bring your two people and you're gonna no, that's not true. It's never been true. It's not absolutely 1,000,000% not true. However, the my point I want to make, this one is building that way because you don't have to bring 100,000 people to earn what you need to do. So, from a perspective of you're entering a growing community where the collective participation drives, I won't say the momentum, I would say drives the wallet income stream. The wallet. I'm from Africa, so if you don't hear me nicely, just know I articulate differently. The wallet, you know that thing on your Web3, the wallet income stream, of course. And I hope you laughed at my little bit of a humor. So, a ready made growth system, what are we saying? Step into a fully structured ecosystem where you can participate, build your network, and grow together with others through a proven system. Now, why I left this one for last? Because I don't want to tell you we have a ready made ecosystem. Okay, we need this is the sphere. You know this emoji or picture, right? Yes, it is a ready-made growth system that I can tell you quite clearly. Okay, but we need to be outside of a box to create a different dynamic. You need to take a different approach. A ready-made growth system is on the table for every single person with their three. You come in with three. If you're working with us, you come in with three. The ready-made system is there where you can participate, build your network. And for the guy who's going to do it organically, guess what? When your three is in, I would say the regulator, the principal, as in the contract, wants you to have two, but we beginning with three. When you have your three and you got to go and do your MBA, you can take that time off because your 3 is going to change and shift the way the system works for you. I want to get into the disbursements as quickly as possible. So I'm going to go. I skipped a few slides on Monday because those are readable slides. So let's get into, like the Americans say, the meat and potatoes. I'll just do this one more slide. In fact, I'm not going to do that. And this, the video covered. Now let's go into this 0.001. Okay. It never stops paying you. This income stream don't stop paying you. So I want you to hold that thought. Okay. And we're going to go today. I'm not going to go on the blockchain because we want everybody to understand this. Let's look at this. Okay. Oh, I can't take up. Somebody's using their phone. Let me just take. There we go. Hmm, one sec. Okay, there we go. So to get into this business, you do need 0.001, which is, I would say, around $80. The participation in all the other slots, your income stream from 1 into 12 slots, you can see your 0.001 in slot 2 when 2 people are contributing to your wallet based on the design of this 14 position ecosystem on your grid. Do not get confused about this. If I look at Manny's grid or Brian's grid, I am seeing this is an example. I am seeing less of their people on my grid because, their grid has 14 positions. And if you add it all up, it's 96 positions. So on my grid, it will show maybe 1 or 2. Okay. But it will still pay me. When you get more into detail, because of the past pace, we don't know this, but that's how it's working. So slot 2 opens up and nobody paid for it. Your ecosystem paid for it. Your economy paid for it. Same with slot 3. Because what we need to understand is when you are earning in slot 5, for instance, from one person 0.016. Brian, how much is that? 16 times $80?
16 times $80.
Yeah,
Okay, that's let's see. We have 80.
right. So that's the number you are earning from one person in your slot 5. So now let's go back to the PDF. Now it's going to make sense what I'm about to show you. So this 0.001 that you enter, your entry unlocks a community-driven system built for continuous growth. And when we look at Vow Unity Matrix Engine, this is very, very much reading material, but Vow Unity unites us as one, creating shared rewards, collective power, and a future that lasts. So let's look at the way the ecosystem works. This is what you're going to get used to. Yes, there are 14 positions, but I want us to focus on these 12. And the penny will drop now. Let's focus on these 12. Position 3, don't worry about the digits you're going to see on your dashboard. Understand what the mechanism does, because what you're seeing here is what's applied in the blockchain. Position 3 and position 6 in the yellow color, and position 8, 9, 11, and 12 are 6 payments to Brian. in his structure, in his grid of 14 members. We are focusing on the 12. 6 of them go to you for building an ecosystem. From the 12, right up front, right in the beginning, not at the end of the roadshow, person number 4 and person number 5 goes to pay for your slot 2. So your ecosystem is assisting you. When I said no deadwood, meaning the person that was meant to upgrade took 6 positions in your ecosystem and they all have not moved forward. It's a bit of a damage control to your business. In this case, that bit of damage control is eliminated. You don't have to deal with that brain surgery. It's out of your ecosystem because person 4 and person 5 did that for you. Now we left with 3. We've used 6, 7, 8. We've used 8. Let's look at what position 7, position 10, and position 13 does for you. You know, it's going into your own organization downward. This is what it's doing. Even at the value of 0.02, and it's instant. It does not say, today's Monday. I will wait for Tuesday before I go into Brian's slot 2 and decide I will land here. No, no, no. This force matrix is working how your slot 1 happened. So your person number 7 that came into your ecosystem, the 7th person, not the sponsor's 7th on board, your 7th direct. No, Brian does not know. I don't know, Annika or Christina, for instance. And Christina gave the growth into Brian's organization. This particular person that lands here, and always follow the money. That's number 1. And follow where it lands. Because in this structure, it works a little bit different. This number 7 spills down. We'll do that in another lesson. This number 7 could have been your number 1 on slot 2, or your number 3, or your number 4, depending how your ecosystem is working. Okay. And of course, 8 and 9 would go to you because it's yellow. Person number 10, not your direct. Anybody contributes to it. Will also go into your slot 2, and it creates magic wealth. So these are the things you need to be consistent or understand. Now let's look at 1 and 2. The the way 1 and 2 works for the business, meaning your sponsor, is the same way cause and effect. When you put yourself in a giver's mindset, you become a receiver. 1 goes to your person. Just 1 sec. I made magic with my pen. Person number 1 goes up. Okay, you don't know. In this business, you can see everything from your dashboard. You don't need to go to the blockchain if you don't know how. It's a beautiful mirror to the blockchain. You can see your well, you might not know if it's your upline, but you can see the person above you going through the blockchain or using the way it's designed in the simulator. So person 1 goes to your immediate upline. Person 2 goes to the upline's position 2. In my case, my guy has got both these positions. Okay, so I because I can read on the blockchain, I can see what's going on there. Now, there's a danger. It's 6 of this, half a dozen of that. If you come to our workshop, we will create a new reality for you. Okay, this night basically recreates your 0.001 over and above what you see in 002, 003. This night does do, I would call it the one that makes the difference, because as much as you earning 6 times, you basically earning on the slot. You earning, so I can make it easier for you. You earning like that. You earning 6 times. You're giving away 0. Not you giving away because you also receive, but your target is you are chasing 4 and 5 as quickly as possible. Guys, I'm being dead serious. If you want to earn about 950, 980 in an hour or two, it is possible, because Brian, Manny, and I, and Christina, and a few of the guys, we did it in one Zoom. How did we do it? We knew how to position. Okay, you don't need volumes and volumes. Those guys, they focus on trade. They can't bring community. You don't have to bring a million pieces. This one, we giving you a free hand on a smaller volume, better results. So this applies to your slot one. Now the subsequent cycle, basically we're saying the same thing. This is on level three. I'm calling it level three for you to understand. It's slot three. Automatically you go into a royal pool bonus. Now the beauty about slot three, I jumped slot two because there's only two types that's gonna happen. This was my question for me over and over, because I want to know everything. So where's the pool? I can't see it on the blockchain. So I got a little bit mad. This number four, the royal pool bonus, we know from our past life, we were giving 0.03 or 0.05. What am I saying? We were giving 5% to the developer. We were giving 3 created by the organization. So let's say this is Peter. And here comes Brian. Okay, no, not in this matrix, because here it don't matter. We're going left to right. It's a chain, like a number line. Let's say Brian is somewhere here, and Brian is outside the structure from here. Okay. And Brian now, you know how Brian moves. So he ends up here. Okay. In order to pay person one or person two. That missed income is not fee of loss, because it's going back to the people on slot three sharing it. So if you understand, if $3,000 came into this pool, what's going to happen? Okay, if 100 people is sharing it, economies of scale. If 30 people is in um, slot three, 30 people, bigger income will earn $100, right? $3,000. I'm just using easy math because Brian is doing all the math stuff. I'm so public about it. So, but this is basic maths. It's basic liquidity pool creation. If nobody misses, because it's not an obligation, it's a reward. If nobody contributes to the pool bonus, I will say yay, because everybody came with the three. Remember, three is not compulsory, two is. Compulsory is the wrong word. I don't want to mitigate with anyone or litigate, but two people is what you require to open your gateway. If you bring three, your third person, whether if it came from you or number one and two, eliminates the risk immediately for you, because you get the first payment, right? So that's basically covering the business. There's a lot more we can go through. Please come along every day, because I never repeat what I've already said. I can't remember what I said the day before. Um, we can do this one quickly. It's a profit potential, but it's also reading material, very easy to understand. So we know, and all of our blockchain guys, we know this, we always needed to rebuy, reposition, okay? Or else we will miss the income. So as much as we entered with 0.01, slot 2, you enter with 0.02. And who is the paymaster? Your best friend that you know or you don't know that is sitting on position 4 and 5. How beautiful is that? So, of course, if the profit is 0.009 because of the 2 and the other one, you go home with 0.007 profit. But remember, you can do this again and again if you go and take care of night number 14. Like I say, it doesn't matter which comes first. Your slot 2 is going to open up the moment 3.5 goes in. And you're going to be building there as well simultaneously. So don't go into depression if slot 14 is not yet open. The core principle is not to chase the cycle. This is just our internal unity theory. It's not to chase the action, but rather get your slot 2, 3, 4, because 3 is a good number to start earning that bigger piece of income. And your guy that you're bringing in is still participating with the entry of, we'll call it $80 for our new people, or 79 or 74. You're still participating with 0.001 BTCB. I think in closing, I mean, this is self explanatory. What we need to understand, okay, we'll do this on Friday, so it's not too overwhelming. And then slowly, I will be able to cut the presentation shorter because you would have more knowledge about it, and we can make it presentation style. The way a newbie just come and learn how to make the money. Brian spoke to me earlier today to say, Prema, we're having new people. Let's do it presentation style. I put an announcement in our group, but guess what? Prema don't know how to do that. Born a teacher, will leave the planet a teacher. Over to you, Manny. Oh, sorry, one more thing, if I can just say, Manny, if that's okay. We need to understand BTCB, okay, as a clone of BTC. Okay, and the price is pegged 1 to 1. We need to also know that it's 100% backed by BTC. There's no difference. It's a native. It's a native of. Very important to understand that Binance has the reserve of this BTC on the BNB chain. People like me, we don't worry about the token ever. Okay, we're more concerned about the chain. So that's very important to understand. So thank you very much, Manny, our beautiful host. Over to you.
Wow, wow. What can I say, Prem? Unbelievable. Every time, I can hear this information over and over again, and I will be still very engaged. Okay, let's move on. Let me see the numbers. 48. Did we hit the magic 50? I think we did. A couple of people may have dropped off, but let's move on. I think the next thing I want to do is bring Brian back to the podium to share some of your wisdom, Brian. Do you want to come to the podium, say a few words before we go to Q&A?
Okay, sure, man. Yeah. Awesome presentation, Prim, as always. And you guys, everyone here, if you really take advantage of the strategy of 3, like I said yesterday, we all can be free because with the 3, it generates the third for the payment that comes 100%, like Prim was saying. And with that third payment, you in scot free. So everything else is on house money. And then if you support your team, like what we've been doing by working together collectively and helping everyone from the time that they get their 3, everyone can be free very quickly. And then if you do this for the run of this next 30 days, and we run this hard for the next 30 days where everyone gets 3 before you go to bed. When you get ready to go to sleep, if you don't have your 3 people in, or if your 3 people don't have their 3 people in, make sure that you work with them to help them get their 3 before you go to sleep. watch what happens after that first week. You will explode. And then after that month, there could be some tremendous income, some tremendous testimonies that we're going to be able to bring from BTC Wealth. So let's stay with the system. Let's work the system fully. All the leaders are available to assist as you need. Let's make sure that you follow the system. Get your 3, get your 2 in first, because that qualifies you for the spillover, and then put that third person in, and then you're ready to go. So with that, I'm gonna pass it back to you, Manny, for Q&A.
Perfect. Thanks, Brian. So let's do the Q&A. So if you have any questions, raise your digital hand and we'll take one question at a time before we wrap up with some key points and then close out. So any questions, don't be shy, raise your digital hand and we'll endeavor to answer all the questions. Martin, can you unmute, sir?
Yeah, it's not much the question. Just wanted to appreciate the lady. She did a very good presentation, which we can understand. I know this is my first time, but I can see there is money there. We'll go through to the PDF to check out and also to see how we can push it. It seems a very good system and with a wonderful presentation to the beautiful lady as well. So looking forward to know more. It's lovely. It's lovely, money. Thank you.
That's okay. Wonderful. Thank you, Martin, for that. Any other questions? Please raise your digital hand. Brian, any questions in the chat? Can you go to the chat for me quickly, real quick? See if there's any questions in the chat.
No questions in the chat.
Okay, seems like we're all good. Let me check on the time, see how we're doing for time. We don't want to keep people, really want these calls under an hour. We don't want to be taking too much time. Just a couple of things from me. The main thing here is to check in with your active upline to make sure you're doing the right thing. Certainly what you don't want to do is be taking multiple positions and doing things and you're not really sure you know what you're doing. Make sure you check in with somebody that really knows and has cracked the code on this plan. Because if you are checking in with somebody that knows what they're doing, you'll be able to excel and grow very, very fast, as Brian says. So as Brian always says, keep it, what is it, Brian? Keep it close and what?
Keep it close and tight.
Close and tight. Close and tight. That's my American accent. Close and tight.
That's
So,
good,
Hey,
Manny. Sorry,
hey,
Manny.
never hands is up. Never hand is
Yeah,
up. For
sorry, Manny. If we can also put Christina on the spot after Neville, before the guys go away. Beautiful testimony. We need to put her on the spot. Sorry,
no
Neville. Neville, over to you, Manny.
let's take Neville. Neville, can you unmute?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I just want to say great presentation from the blockchain queen as well. Wonderful. So I've been in this system 2 days and double already. So I already see the power of it because I've been studying that 4-minute video many times. So I just want to illustrate to everyone it was brand new. This is a system that allows you to, again, we mentioned those terms, ecosystem, becoming your own bank. Every business requires people. So we bring the right mindset of people together. We make some amazing things happen here because when you can get involved in an ecosystem on the blockchain of this magnitude, and it goes straight to your wallet. A lot of these platforms you've been in the past, you gotta fill the bottom row, others left, right, and then eight across. Takes a very long time. But when you do this the proper way, guys is illustrating the strategy. You can pay yourself multiple times per day, even. So there's no greater way to do it with something of this magnitude automated, and it's on a great chain to beat the BEP20. It's my favorite actually because I'm using it for USDT, and now I'm just getting familiar with the Bitcoin. So it's a wonderful system that anyone can win. right away. They don't have to wait months and years for income in even weeks. They can get it right away, instant. So, you become your own bank. So I just wanted to mention that. Keep up the great job, everyone.
Thank you, Neville. Neville's a legend in the industry. Hails out of New York. You still in New York, Neville?
I'm in New Jersey, right?
New Jersey.
Next neighboring state.
Neighboring state. Right, there you go. I knew it was New York or New Jersey. So
Actually, it's more crypto friendly as well than New York. So that's the
okay.
reason why I'm here.
Okay. Thanks for your contribution, Neville. Always a pleasure to work with you and have you on the team. I'm going to do something a little bit different now before we close, seeing as there's not many questions. I'm going to ask Brian to unmute. I'm going to kind of ask you a couple of questions, Brian. I know we've had many conversations about this platform, just trying to get our heads around it. And I'm going to just so we make it a little bit clearer to the folks on the call. So, Brian, if you can unmute, I understand it's a bit like an interview. I understand, Brian. There are is this 12 slots? Is that right?
Oh, yes, it's 12 slots.
Right. So, from slot one, once you join, and obviously slot one, right the way to slot 12, you essentially don't have to put outside of your first payment. Don't technically have to put any more money in. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
And what enables you to go from slot one to slot 12 without having to deposit any more money? What mechanism? What triggers that?
It accelerates the system because they give you your money back, and then
And what sort of potential income can you make by going through right from slot one right to 12? What are we looking at in terms of kind of total income in your humble and estimation? What are we looking at?
you're looking at really going through it fully. You're looking at 61 Bitcoins going through it fully. But the whole key is
Hold on a minute, Brian. I've just fallen off my chair. Just 1 second. Get back off the chair. Sorry. So, say that again. How many Bitcoin?
you're looking at 61 Bitcoins going through it fully.
And how much is one Bitcoin today?
One Bitcoin today is roughly, what is one Bitcoin today? Somebody help me out real quick. I got to get my phone.
79.
Okay. $79,000. Okay.
Don't worry, bro. I've got my calculator. Don't worry. Hold on. That's just under, that's about 5 mil. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Hold on a minute. I've just fallen off my chair again. Hold on 1 second. Let me just get back up again. Right, I'm back up again. So you're telling me, let's start again, Brian. You're telling me from slot 1 to 12, by coming in for $80, if you work the system tight with your active upline, somebody that understands how to do this, with 3 people, you can get all the way to slot 12, and in that process, you can make 60 Bitcoin, which is just under $5 million. Is that correct?
That's correct. And it's 61 Bitcoins. So, yes,
What did I just say?
60. But then you fine.
61. Okay. So listen, Brian, if I don't get that last Bitcoin, I'm not going to complain. 60 is all right. Right. Okay. This is unbelievable, guys. And I wanted to do it this way so that you understand the money that's on the table. This is not go and build a team of 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 people. This is bring free and plug in. If I said to you, look, I'm going to give you 61 Bitcoin, come around my house every weekend for the next 6 months, would you do it? Guaranteed money. Well, we're guaranteeing you the money. All you got to do is listen, follow, stay plugged in, take advice from people that know what they're doing. Prem, Brian, these guys know what they're doing. Brian, you were in another, let's not mention the company, you were in another program similar to all this, but obviously things have moved on, times have changed, there've been improvements and stuff like that. But you know the platform I'm talking about. And how much did you make in that platform?
We made a little over, probably about a little over $2-3 million, depending on when you want to look at the price of the token that we was in. But we did that in 3 months, you guys.
right? So there you go. And listen, if you can do it once, you can do it twice, you can do it 3 times, you can do it over and over again. We've all the leaders here have made serious money in different platforms over the years. Prem, you're no different. I can call out multiple people on this Zoom who have made serious money. Now, at the end of the day, the good thing about this, totally decentralized, totally renounced. The money's there to be taken. It's a community program. People like Neville. I can go on and on and on. Roy, yeah, Christina's going to come to the podium in a minute. There's some new people here. There's a lot of people that know what they're doing. Just keep it close and tight. Stay close to the fire. Do what you got to do. Check in everything you do. Listen, I've got a new person coming in after this call. Guess what I'm going to do? The first person I'm going to call is Brian. Even though, I hope you don't mind me saying this, Brian. Brian is under me in this platform, but I'm checking in with him. That's called being humble because he knows more than me about smart contracts. So I'm going to check in with him and say, look, I'll do a screen share on my phone with the prospect, and we're going to sign him up together. And he's going to show me where to place this guy. I can't afford to make mistakes, not when there's 61 Bitcoin on the table. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, one other thing I want to add with you, Manny. You guys make sure that the people that y'all bring into the table, make sure that they have 3 people in before they go to bed. If you can get them to do that and follow that protocol, watch what happens. Because that in that prior project that we did, that what we did. Whatever the strategy was, we made sure that they had those numbers before they went to sleep at night. And we did that for a straight 30, 45 days. And that's what the outcome was. So if you follow that blueprint, trust me, you guys, y'all all gonna win very fast. So back to you, man.
Okay, I think we've made it nice and clear. Any last quick questions before we really do need to close out? As I said, we've been on over an hour.
Man, you was gonna shout my wife out where she's about the triple quadruple tonight. So she's at the house. I'm in another location. She's another location grinding. So he's plugging in. So we about to flip this thing out under this ecosystem, man. It's like Brian said, this is a system you could do in a record breaking time. The next, May is almost over. You got a fresh month for June to cut 62 Bitcoin in half. How about that?
Yeah, yeah. And you know what the nice thing is about these types of platforms? When you go to bed at night and you wake up and you have you ever refreshed your wallet and you sort of double take, you think, hang on a minute, where's that money come from? And that's the nice thing about when it goes instantly in and you're not expecting it, you see an increase of $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. It's so refreshing, Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. In actual fact, let me now bring Christina up because Prem asked me to do that. I don't want to end this call without bringing Christina up. I think we forgot on Monday. Christina, with that big, lovely smile, can you
Hello, hello, Manny and everyone.
over to you?
Yeah, I think Prema wanted me to actually tell everybody that she paid me today. So it was a surprise. I was busy the whole day and I realized, let me go and check. And I checked and I said, where did this money come from? And the surprise is when I was speaking to Prema, she says, did you get paid? So I said, yes. So it just shows, it didn't come from the 2 that I had on that board. It came from above. So I just wanted to say to everybody, bring your 2, bring your 3. You don't have to stop at 3. You can continue. You can fill your own board. Your grid. We don't like to say the word board. But it's an amazing, amazing platform. And I love it when Brian says, you have to bring in your 3. And it does. It works with 3. So thank you very much. And thank you, Prema, for working for me today.
You are so welcome. So how did that position pay Christina Manny? I fold my grid on a second slot or second cycle in a number 13 position. And if you look at the number 10 or one of the yellow ones,